The king is dead. Long live the king.
That makes no sense.
Perplexing Pixels, here to dispel some conversation that Attack Slug does not buy video games.
Accusation!
Which is absurd, by the way.
This man is like all the games. He just doesn't buy the crappy ones he makes me play.
There's a reason that we have this show every week with a different game. Like, that's not a sustainable business thing for me to buy the games that I have you play that will make for good videos. I have a very strange taste in games. I buy a lot of weird So that's what we're doing today on the show is Metaphor, ReFantazio, from the makers of Persona 3 and 4 and 5. It's an RPG. It's set in a fantasy world.
And I would never play this.
He'd never play. So we're playing on the show today. If you'll look closely here on the cover here, he is acknowledging his tribal chief. He's got the one up.
No, he's got the extra finger.
Well,
he's doing the rock. He's trying to deny it.
Sure, close enough. Anyhow, Metaphor, ReFantazio on the PS5. This is about 9 hours into this game, of like a 90-hour game.
Is it like an anime game?
It's an RPG, but yes, it looks very anime with your red-haired elf lady Hulkenberg. So we're going to enter into a dungeon. So everything you see here, where it has a little clock there,
right, takes
time. Because we're on a deadline, because the king is dead, and they're going to elect a new king, but it's being based on how popular you are. So you must gain the allegiance of the citizens and such.
Oh, wow.
So, but a lot of different, just weird fantasy going on.
She's too hot to have a name like Hulkenberg.
I know. She was a knight of the something or other. I forget. So, basically,
change her name to like Clarissa or something.
You do not have a jump button.
Oh, I hate you.
It's an RPG.
How would you not be able to jump in a game?
You do have a chop button, which is square. Now, this is a turn-based game. However, if the enemies are too weak, you can just chop and then they're going to die. Oh. All right, and you find that out by hitting the trigger. And that scans the world.
You find that out by hitting the chop.
Yeah, no, well, that too. But see, look, over there in that hallway, jumping around, because their outline there is white when I hit the scan button.
We can chop them.
Yes, we can chop them without having to hit triangle for squad. We can just say, you know what, you guys can get chopped. You can get chopped, and you can get chopped, and that one was too hard. We're going to hit triangle for squad.
Oh boy.
And now, we're into the meat of the game, which is, hey man, it's turn-based.
Wait, there's meat? Good, I'm hungry.
The proverbial, the metaphorical meat of the game.
So not real meat?
No, not real meat. So these Go-borns here, these Manhunter Go-borns, you want to know, alright, well, what are they weak to? Slashing, piercing, fire, ice, we don't know. Haven't fought them yet. They're level 16, which means we gotta try to find out what they're weak to. Which means, you see their triangle, and you got square. So either just, hey, give them a chop with melee, or call in your archetype to do light damage. Let's try wind. Alright?
What's that called?
What?
Mage Wind?
Yes, Mage Wind. It costs us 8 magic points to cast Mage Wind on one of these deals here. So let's just try this guy here, the Archer. If he was weak to it, it would say weak. And you get an extra turn.
Okay.
It's called the press turn system. But now, we could try some fire. Say, hey man, are you weak to fire?
We have a female wrestler on our show named Mage.
Sure.
Everybody calls her Marge in the comments.
Nice. Alright, let's try a perfect punch. On this go.
Her name's Mage, not Marge.
And here comes the enemy. He's stunned though, so we're good.
He's like, I'm just gonna lay here and get chopped.
Pretty much, yeah. So, besides wind and fire, I don't think I have anything else besides wind and fire, honestly.
I have earth.
Yes.
That way we have earth, wind, and fire.
Well, you know, and heart. Well, your powers combined. Captain Planet. No,
I was more thinking the band.
I know you were. Alright, he's back from stun now. He's gonna frenzy. And we get hit for a lot of damage. See, that was weakness to that. And he gets an extra turn from that. And that just some.
Talking about meat, and now you're talking about frenzies.
Frenzy.
They're good.
There. We defeated the squad.
Guy. Now give me your ice cream.
This game has, what we say is a lot of style. They're going for very just stylish presentation here, which honestly, at a certain point, is kind of too much. Like, visually, it gets very busy. It gets busy.
It's a little too much.
Yeah. The Bomb of Life. Hooray.
Is this new or old?
This came out in October of last year. One of the top games of last year.
Really?
Yes.
I've never heard of it.
Persona 5 was a huge game, so it's from that team doing that. What I'm going to do is unleash you into this world, because this is what this show is. And, yes, there you go. Chop.
Wait, watch this. Ready?
Yeah.
I'm pressing the X button.
It does nothing.
You know what they could have done? A jump button.
A jump button? There's nothing to jump on here. It's a very
Maybe I need to jump over that glass right there.
Well, no. You wish.
I'm running and pressing jump and nothing's happening.
In the bottom left there is your map, so you can kind of know where you're going.
I just like looking at Eisenberg.
Well, yes, that's not surprising. With you and redheads, it ends poorly. So yes, head back that other way.
This way?
Yes. Because you'll see there are stairs there if you kind of hang a right and then a right. Turn around, head that way. Has a guy to talk to if you want to. I think he's a traitor. You can...
You traitor!
Well, a young adventurer and whatnot. No, we're going to go down the stairs.
Oh.
Yes.
Did we do it?
You did it, yes. You're now downstairs.
Wait, who's this?
Stroll. He's part of your party.
No, I just want Hulkenberg.
Well, that's not an option. You've got yourself and Stroll and Hulkenberg and your fairy there, Gallica. And there are enemies, if you look around, right there.
Oh, chop them.
The giant moths, yes. So try chopping them, and if that doesn't work, then you can hit. Yeah. You're good. Look at that item. Hit X. There you go. Fairy dust.
I got fairy dust.
Oh, hold on. What's happening?
Time to squat up.
Hex or Go-Borns. So, yes, you can try some light magic on this guy here and see if that works. He's
You.
He's like, come on, bring it on.
Throw a spike at his head. What do I do?
So you hit X. Oh. Once you choose it, you hit X. Hammer. There you go.
Say he's dead.
Half
what should I do now? What do I press?
What you can do here, right, is hit X to team up. Even stronger attacks. Horse-drawn carnage.
Yeah.
On that guy. And that gives you a little cutscene here with the horse-drawn carnage. Very stylish. Very just out of control. Buddy, you boom! He's dead. Now here comes the enemies. Frenzy! Oh no!
There's nothing I can do when they chop me.
No, there's no I mean, you can...
Where's my protection runes?
You can decide to either be on the front line or the back line, and you're gonna die, or it's fine. It's fine.
How do I not die?
You can use an item to heal up your guy there if you want to. Is a good thing to have, but... Yeah, that's not enough health for that at all. Once you do kind of get into the rhythm, it does go a lot faster. Learning it does take a bit of time.
I think I'm doing fine.
It is a very long and protracted tutorial of 6 hours. Oh. Here's how to play.
What a long and grueling match.
Here's some... We're going to add systems, and you're just about dead here. It's fine. Oh no, Hulkenberg!
Oh, I quit.
Fantasy is dead.
Yeah, real. I want my redhead fantasy girl back.
Fantasy is final. It's only fiction, isn't it? So, in this game, all the crazy monsters are called humans. I'm like, real. Factual. That's what it was. You got the item in, alright, guess what? There are guys here. You know what? I'm just gonna run. Off. We're right here. We're good. It's so fantasy that the days of the week are different. Flames Day, Water's Day, Arbor's Day, Metal's Day, and Idle's Day. When you just relax and idle and chill.
I was supposed to hit up with that girl next to Arbor Day, but...
Yeah, these things happen, right? And you can see here I have deadlines for different events. So when you go do a dungeon, that means, alright, that's going to take up time.
I can't believe they canceled Rusev Day.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, man. Yeah. What happened to Miro Day?
Miro Day.
Just in Bulgaria because he left. Even this menu, it doesn't need to be this flashy. Come on, now.
It doesn't need to be this
You're doing a little too much.
Well, okay.
In my
opinion.
Looks
cool.
And you got the whole tree for the archetypes. You can kind of, get new guys and
do they have
and powers. And
Hulkenberg and less clothes?
I haven't seen... I mean, look, there is equipment. But I haven't seen any kind of like an outfit in terms of outfit stuff. Like you can't see any difference here in, the bone vest with the grand jacket is not. Like it's a stat difference, but not a visual difference that I know of. Like perhaps there's DLC? I don't know. Just big shoe. Just a really big shoe.
Welcome to the really big shoe.
Their heels in their faces. Bro, shut up. We're telling a story,
There's heels and faces. It's a work or a shoot, brother.
Yeah, don't say work and shoot. Come on now. That's just, come on. For real, though.
Triple H of all people should know better.
Yeah, well, he wasn't the curtain call, so he's still salty. And yes, it does, like any good RPG, talk a lot. A lot of dialogue in a 90-hour game.
Boring.
Also politics. There's a lot of that in here, too. Because the king is dead. You're ranked on your popularity. And that's as you help other citizens and, do quests and whatnot. I would imagine eventually you take the throne as king. But this is only 9 hours into the game, so we're not very popular just yet. Courage, wisdom, tolerance, eloquence, and imagination. Those are your skills.
What about the Royal Rumble?
It's teaching you tolerance.
I have to be tolerant of the Royal Rumble?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, the Royal Funeral, but yes. Your goal, you see on the map there are 3 blinking dots?
Hey, blinking. I see him.
Go chop those dots. Because once you chop all 3 of those packs of wild dogs, then the boss appears. Which is going to beat you up, but it's fine. Just wanted to see it, And also there's a giant sandworm.
The sandworm.
Yeah, you don't have to. He's in the ground, it's fine. Just head toward the dots. Go chop these fools.
Guys?
Yep. Chop them good.
You're all gonna get chopped.
Yep. You want some? Come get some. Alright, that's 1 pack down and 2 to go. I did crunch my usual, numbers for the year.
Right.
I spent about $13.25 on just games last year.
$13.25.
1,300.
Oh.
And 25.
So 1,000.
Yes, 325 on just games. That's not hardware. Hardware was like 2,000 past that, and that's the PS5 Pro and the Steam Deck and that stuff.
Right.
So it is what it is. But generally, there are a lot of games that I buy that I just don't get on this channel because I've been doing this show for 13 years now, and I understand that certain games aren't going to work for a video. I'm not going to make you play Dwarf Fortress, because I don't want to play that game. It's too complicated. I own it, but it's just too complicated.
Like, I bought this
Yeah.
Even I don't get it.
Yeah. And it's like not the kind of game you can explain in like a half hour.
I did it.
Just not. Something huge! It's coming right for us! Here comes the boss! What could it be? Oh no!
Yo!
It finally appeared!
It's the Cowardly Lion.
Brace yourself. Peril!
We're gonna die.
Yeah, pretty much.
I'm
so,
horrified.
the Man-Eater Manjula is your thing here to find out what it is weak to, hopefully, and... Yeah, that did like a fraction of its damage, the health bar. It's a problem. Slash it up good. Fire! Nope. So he's immune to fire. You can't do fire damage. That's a problem.
How do I protect myself now? You don't?
Well, so if you hit up and down on the D-pad, you can find out if you're on the front line or the back line. And if you're on the back line, you take less damage, but also you can block, which is important. But yes, heal up is good, yes.
Oh, I didn't realize that's what I did.
You've healed, yes. Important to read the actual descriptions here of the things you're doing.
I'm supposed to know what attack or chakra is.
Well,
I hit
your attack power rose for 3 turns. Skull Cracker. Hey, you found one.
I got him.
That gives you an extra turn to do that. So
where's the Skull Cracker? It doesn't let me do it.
Only certain characters had certain skills. Enemy turn. Fire breath. That's a problem. Poison needle. Yeah.
And now there's this stinger attack.
Stinger.
What did I do last time?
See, you can see there now. It will say what he's weak to. It'll say weak.
Oh.
So you can do it again. Boom. Knock him down. What you should be doing is going into your items and getting your potion to bring back your main guy here.
Medi.
Well, that's going to do it if he's alive. He's currently fainted, so you have items to, fix that. And here we go. Boom! Critical hit. Boom! She's down.
No!
Hulkenberg's down!
I'm not playing this anymore if he's dead.
So each character, like, right now, you have a healer, and a brawler, and a seeker.
Right.
Those can change. Like, what they have in terms of what their powers are can be modified as you get further into the game. So it's about finding the right balance of, alright, who has the ice, who has the fire, who has, the good to get through that particular dungeon or area or whatever. And once again,
that's it, we're dead.
Fantasy is dead.
That killed him.
Oh, champion against fear. Rise and face anxiety. I refuse. I have enough actual anxiety. I don't need video game anxiety. So we're here in the city, and that is where you do the other stuff in the game, which also passes time. This is where you're going to forge the bonds of your party, or the people in the town, or you're going to learn things. Alright, chatty elder. If I listen to his tale, my imagination is going to improve. But also, guess what? Time passes. You go to the tavern, the clock ticks here, and you've lost a day of your life to this guy.
Yeah.
But, and then there's text.
Sitting with someone who won't shut the f*** up?
Pretty much, yeah.
Oh, I know that's like.
A lot of that. A whole lot of that. It runs in the family. Hi, yes. This show, for you, look at that. Fast forward. Imagination. Points.
You lost the whole day. He wouldn't shut the f*** up.
Yeah, exactly. Now it's nighttime.
I've even been accused of just walking away on someone mid-sentence.
Nice. Back to the hushed honeybee. This guy will sell you knowledge. What do you want to know? What are you buying? What are you selling? So you can buy knowledge of areas, which I already did here on some of these. What have you to say? If we had known before to defend against fire and poison.
Well, we didn't know.
Yeah. This is like,
knowledgeable man. Now he's telling me about all my dead friends.
Don't use fire on that thing because it won't work. But also, if you have ice worked really well. We didn't have any ice. So that's on us for not having ice.
So basically what you're trying to say is you shouldn't skip the cutscenes because it tells you how to win.
It helps, yes. Let's make some red grass roasted bidou. Chop the meat. And now, we did a good job. Master Chef Grimm.
Yay.
Did a good job.
I am your tribal chef.
My tolerance has improved. Hooray. And so there are certain things, there are certain people...
Tolerate this What? Oh.
There are certain people you can't talk to until you have certain stats in your crown here.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense.
So, if you aren't, wise enough to talk to this smart guy, then, f*** off. And that finishes the whole day for us of just walking around. And that's, hey, guess what? Now it's the next day. Time marches on. The age of the new king.
Oh my god.
Also, the prince is still alive, but he's been poisoned. It's a whole thing. Vexing though it is. It's very, old Englishy type, deal here. That was it.
I'm starting to think that all the new chicks on my show play this game. Their names are Mage and Vex.
Yeah. Your sword can be surfed on to go faster. Why?
It looks like...
Fantasy.
It looks like Marty McFly.
Yeah.
Back to the Future, too.
Pretty much. This is...
Hover swords are not real.
Hover sword, yeah. It's not real. Not yet, anyway.
It's been 40 years. Where's my hover sword?
Exactly. This is Metaphor ReFantazio. It is one of the games that I buy and usually won't bring you to the show because there's a lot to explain. There's a lot going on here.
Boring. In
this fantasy world. And generally, Grimm does not care for turn-based role-playing games.
Never.
Next week, hopefully, if I get this computer fixed up the right way, actual, real-time, hit a button to chop things, sword action, me and you, in a game called Hellish Quartz.
Whoa, that sounds exciting.
We're going to fight it out next week on the show. But also, how many asses for the metaphor?
One Hulkenberg ass up.
Sure.
Because I really want that ass up.
Yes. Uh-huh. Alright, so, tune in next week for that. We'll see you then. We'll see you here. It's up to me, it's up to him, and we're out.